I am local producer Andrew Thomas, and I'm here with my sidekick, Dawn White, here to travel and explore haunted Delmarva. As we visit Furnace Sound's Living Heritage Museum and site located in the Pocomoke Forests and is known in spot for paranormal activity. To introduce Patrick Rofe, the current executive director at Furnace Sound.
Yeah, there was one that was just the other week. This one is, I think, has a lot of credibility because the two people who were visiting Furnace Town had never been here before. They were from New York State, and it was a husband and wife, and they came in and started their tour just like everyone else does. And then about an hour into their tour, they stopped back by. It was very hot that day, so they were coming out of the weather as well. But she seemed a little shook up, and so I started to inquire as to why that might be. And she started to mention the places where, as they went around in their tour, they visited each of the buildings. And so I know that each of the buildings has a particular energy to it that other people can sense. And without her having any familiarity, she picked them all spot on. So the Harrison House, which is right next door to the visitor center here, she got spooked there, didn't even want to go in the church. And then quite spooked in the blacksmith shop, she actually claims to have seen spirit of Samson Harmon, the famous resident from Furnace Town.
We are heading to the blacksmith shop to chat with Matt Kemp, current blacksmith at Furnace Sound, for his own personal experiences here.
I demonstrate period techniques of blacksmithing. I also do demonstrations of blacksmithing, talk to guests who wander into the shop, and general information about the site. I don't know if I would say they're supernatural. I will say there are things that happen here that are unexplainable with the amount of information mankind has at this point in time. Most days in the blacksmith shop, between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, something shows up in the shop. Sometimes it's as early as 2 in the afternoon, but most days between 2 and 4, something comes through the shop. Normally I'm working on the anvil. I catch movement out of the corner of my eye. I look up, there's absolutely nothing in the shop besides me and the normal things that are here. I can feel a presence of some sort, not sure exactly what it is. It normally hangs around for anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes and then exits through the double doors. Normally comes in the front of the shop, goes through the double doors and out.
Now we are headed to the church at Furnace Sound that used to be located further into the Pocomoke Forest. The Entailed Hat by George Alfred Townsend was written in 1884. It was a work of fiction in which a character, Samson Hat, is loosely based upon the last caretaker, Samson Harmon. The church's original site still holds its many silent neighbors with their stone epitaphs of their once busy lives. And here is Chris Wright from Chesapeake Ghost Tours to share a little more about his personal experiences at Furnace Sound and beyond.
And this tour is a little different. We actually do just what you see on TV. We go to a couple of these buildings, we sit in the dark and use the paranormal investigating team that we have on hand uses their equipment to see if they can detect any spirits and or whatever may be haunting that building. Many things have been experienced here at the Furnace Town. Of course, many of the buildings have come from different locations, can have attachments with them that brought them here. Not just the furnace itself, but I'm sure that it plays a huge part on bringing these spirits together. It's such a quiet, great place in the middle of nowhere.
We also have talked to Delmarva Spirit Hunters as a group about their own personal experiences at Furnace Sound during tonight's investigation and why they have interest in the paranormal.
Do you know what a noun is? and just naturally wanted to know what was going on.
Same thing, we probably each had our own experiences, we want to know more, we want to be able to explain it and to help other people.
It wasn't like you've seen in the past where a psychic sat in a room and saw something that nobody else could see, where ghost hunters actually set up equipment, we're documenting poltergeists, getting EVPs, and I think it opened up the rest of us to be more comfortable to come out with our stories and get together as groups and do the same thing and try to get our own answers. We had, it varied. We had like hits with the K2 meters.
Temperature fluctuations, possible anomalies on the SLS camera, which we have to look into to make sure that we're false hits.
Are you getting ready to go back to school?
Do you want to play a game?
To play with the ball. Did they go to school year round? Or did they get out for summer?
While working on this project at Furnace Sound, we had several unexplainable situations, specifically during the investigation with Delmarva spirit hunters and Chesapeake ghost tours. So, if you are sensitive to the spirit world, a trip to Furnace Sound by day or night is in order. So the next time you're feeling brave, are you strong enough to see what Furnace Sound holds for you?